All right, what up though? Welcome back to the channel. Let's tap into the energy. We're going to be doing a reading for the last month of this year. All right, there's a lot of things that is happening in the beginning of next year that we need to prepare for. So in order to prepare for it, it is pertinent, okay? It is very important that you understand, see the truth, and know the truth of everything at this time. And the biggest part of the truth that you could be learning at the end of the year is that whatever jail, sacrifice, hangman, blockage, setback that you have experienced this year is due to the people, places, and things around you that you made companions, that you made friends, that you made um, attached to you. And at this end of the year, you have now put together everything that you need to prepare for the promises of God that is coming in next year. Okay, this is going to be that overpour, that charity energy that is coming for you and destined for you in the beginning of the year. But to gain this abundance, to gain this reward, you had to understand, okay, and come into alignment with your real spiritual team, your real spiritual companions. Okay, but in order to get there, you had to learn from the spiritual companions, the physical companions that you had to learn these lessons from. Okay, so you could have been experiencing a phenomenon, Virgo, where you could see the truth clearly, but trying to explain the truth only fucked up the situation more. So you had to accept what the universe was giving you. And at the time, the universe was giving you rejection, it was giving you blockages, it was giving you destruction, it was making you do something over and over and over again. And the point was to accept something. The whole point, the universe that they were trying to drive into you this year is acceptance. Accepting that things don't work, accepting that that's not the way it was supposed to be, accepting your intuition and your vision about things that you are seeing, because once you accepted it, you were able to get yourself free from some type of jail. 222. Okay, so this took place with you having to play the devil's advocate. You turned into the devil's advocate instead of trying to fight back injustice, instead of trying to expose and tell everybody what's going on. You accepted it and played the devil's advocate. This is giving me the energy of somebody wanting you to be in jail, so you got very acquainted with being in jail. This is giving me the energy of somebody wanting you to be in poverty, so you got very acquainted with poverty. So this is giving me the energy of somebody wanting you to be in isolation, so you got very, very good with being in isolation. And this is what Spirit wanted you to learn: acceptance, okay, not trying to control, and the realization of your power once you accept what you are and what you have. Because once you start accepting what you see, then you're able to understand the bigger picture, and then you're able to move in the way that you need to move to escape it. And the way that you needed to move to escape it was to play the devil's advocate. No longer will you state your case. No longer will you argue against what's happening. Okay, you understand. You're okay with it. 333. It is not a big deal no more. It's that type of energy, is that type of mentality that has propelled you past whatever jail or trap that was set for you, because they needed you to care. And a couple of readings ago, I was talking about how when you argue with people, when you acknowledge people, when you disagree with people, you're giving them the platform to stand on where you're standing on. Okay, and you're giving away your power. But once you took back your power by not arguing with peasants, by not explaining yourself to dumb people, by not entrapping yourself trying to fight or struggle, you succeeded. So once you started to succeed over the enemy's plot, which is your participation by in trying to control the outcome, you succeeded. So no longer will you try to control the outcome. You know that everything is being prepared for the divine order. Okay, and this is what they needed you to understand before divine order could happen. And I feel like now that you're playing the devil's advocate, now you're not um, conflicting or fighting with whatever is going on. It's a lot easier for you to be okay and accept things. Okay, so there's something coming to alignment, there will be a point in time where there will be several planets in the sky all at once in alignment, aligning you to some type of manifestation or changes that is coming to you next year. It's going to be seen in the skies. I keep getting that message is something will be seen in the sky. That will be your confirmation that something is over. It's almost like a planetary rainbow. Um, there's someone here who wants to be your best friend, but they don't want to be your divine masculine. They want to be your best friend. Whoever this is a no. Someone has pretty low meditated intentions. They just want your energy, and you have learned how expensive your energy is, because when you gave out your energy, Virgo, that's how you got trapped up. So you're no longer giving up your energy for monetary value, company, nothing. No one and nothing can get your energy. You've accepted reality, you feel me, and you have let go of control. And trying to control is trying to find someone, you feel me, who can give you what you want. Instead, you have accepted that your reality is that no one is on your level right now, so you're not accepting anyone who's not on your level. That's just period. There's someone who wonders if you know what they did, and you know what they did. Okay, whoever this is very thirsty for your soul powers. Yeah, and you're no longer wasting time getting stuck in hangman energy by interacting with these people. You refuse to interact with the trap, and that is how you freed yourself from the trap. So you're no longer wasting time there in the plot and the scheme to get you stuck. You've learned it from source. Okay, you've learned to only get things from source, only listen to source, only allow source to lead you, drive you, have the control. And this is really making somebody very angry. Somebody could be possessed by the devil, okay, have some type of demonic entity that is powering them to hate you, but it's only because you have the light. All right, and because you have the light, you're serving out some type of emotional damage. So let's get into the energy. It's heavy on playing the devil's advocate, Virgo. No longer will you conflict with someone's negative opinions or views. You just agree. You're just like, okay, because it doesn't matter. See, that's the energy I was talking about before. Once you start arguing with people, going back and forth with people, you're giving away your power because you're making it matter. All right. But once shit don't matter, you start replying with, oh, well. You start replying with, if that's how you want to do it, if that's what you want it to be. Okay. See, because people needed you to take action in order to trip you up. Okay. But if you don't take any action, nothing will happen. See, somebody is deliberately trying to get you to do something, deliberately trying to get you to argue with them, bring them back into your life, force them to get on child support. Somebody is literally trying to make them take responsibility. And in that action, Virgo, and in taking action towards the trap in any way, puts you in the trap. Now you got to be okay with that shit. Now you got to play the devil's advocate. Somebody want to be, they want to be dirty and they want to be for the streets. Instead of arguing with them, be like, you know what? That sounds cool. And then you don't argue with them. They have nothing to do with them, nothing to do with you, and they can't do anything to you. This is what you needed to learn. And I feel like you've learned it. And Spirit needs you to put this in practice heavy in this last month of the year to get ready for your manifestations of next year. Because when next year comes and all of this manifestation comes in and all your blessings come pouring in on you, there are people who are going to come in trying to be and link up with you because they're emotionally damaged about what's going on. And they're going to try to attach themselves to you because they need you, right? And Spirit needs you to be in the energy of knowing what they taught you in this last year. That you cannot trust any of these people. 909. You can't trust any of these people. You can't allow anybody who has attacked you in your past come back in your present. And you cannot interact with this energy. No reaction, period. No interaction. You play devil's advocate. They want to do that. You let them. Congratulate them. Hype them up. That type of energy. This is what we're on, Virgo, because they will be their own destructors. You have no play in this, period. And that's what Spirit wanted you to learn, to release control and let them fight the battle. Okay, spiritual message for Virgo. Yeah, we have twin flames, lovers, choice energy. We passed on inheritance. So there's some type of love coming in for you. All right. but you had to, there was a level of like choosing here. You have to make a choice. Okay, so there could have been some type of love, whether that is a lover or a loved one, and in being connected to whoever this was, they kept you away from the passed on promise of God. Hear me out. This choice, whatever love energy, came as like a safe haven, a shelter. 1022. It came as some type of comfort. Okay, so getting out of this comfort was scary, but somebody was only going to keep you in that arena. They only could keep you in that section if you follow this person. But you had to make a choice to follow the passed on spirit of God. Okay, you have to the passed on promise of God. You had to make a choice to follow your own path, your own spiritual path, so that you can get your inheritance. Okay, because there's someone who are here who could only lead you to being codependent and parasitic relationships, but there is a greater path here. There's a greater path that spirit needed you to take, and they have been preparing you to separate from whatever bond of this make-believe fake energy so that you could get the real blessing here. So there was a choice that you had to make. You had to step out of comfort. You had to step out of reliance. You had to step out of some type of love energy here. All right, because they could only take you so far. Love could only take you so far. That is why it's symbolizing a lock here. It's like a lock on growth, a lock on potential. So you have to step away from loved ones or lovers or partners who was locking away your potential in order for you to get the passed on inheritance of God or to get on that path. Okay, we have the Magician. Okay, so there is some type of lover, twin flame energy who's doing magic. Okay, yeah, spirit. You're in a spiritual battle with your twin flame. Okay, sure. There's some type of spiritual magic being thrown, negative spirits. Yeah, you're about to get justice for this. This person could be an Aries. They could be very angry because you followed the footsteps of the divine. You played devil's advocate. Yeah, 1222, and listen to the signs. Okay, and now this person is panicking because the battle was only if you engaged in the battle with him. It's only if you fought back. You feel me? They were only going to win if you were the one who was coming up with the choices, if you were the one who was coming up with the choices to take action on. Okay, so every choice that you made and took action on, they were able to play around with. But the divine is smarter than whoever these people are and whatever they are. Okay, so when you listen to the divine, okay, and allow them to steer your actions, the magician, then you're able to win the spiritual battle. And this is what they didn't want you to do. They wanted you to be bogged down and so in your 3D senses and feel like you're nothing and you have no power by taking power away from you, by using the government, by using government officials, by using authority and power to try to flex on you and make you feel powerless. And you were giving away your power because you were engaging with them, bringing them to your level, and agreeing that they had some type of conflicting information with you. That is what battling and competing is. But once you're not battling and competing with whatever these devils are saying, they're fighting with themselves, and you're just listening to your intuition, and the divine takes over. They take over that spiritual fight, and then that's when they can lead you towards success. But this is what they needed you to get to. They need you to get to a point where you are okay with the divine making your choices, with leading you. You had to choose to allow the divine to tell you and lead you in your actions so that you can bring forth a manifestation into the universe that can be untouched, unblocked, undisturbed. Okay, we all know what the Bible says, 14:14. We're not fighting against you and me. We're fighting against the principalities of evil. And only God has the dominion over that. Only He knows the way. And I feel like your intuition is leading you towards a way in which the enemy has no choice but to bow down. And that's just what it is. But at first, you had to bow down. And that's period. One more. We have broken escape and freedom. Wow. Bond in the reverse. Okay. So there is definitely some type of twin flame that has and was manifesting some type of bond or holds blockage on your life in some type of way, and spirit really needed you to accept the bond. They really needed you to relax, okay? Because you were in this trap and you were freaking out, giving away your power, okay? Being emotionally unstable, not listening to your intuition, trying to make choices out of fear. This is that type of panic that the devil dwells in, that the enemy has control over and favor over. And spirit needed you to be in alignment with them. Acceptance. I believe. I let go. I trust, in order for them to really step in and allow you and lead you towards freedom. And that's exactly what you did. And now that you have manifested and broke free from whatever spiritual entrapment this is, now is the time that the blessings come in. But this last month in this year, it is crucial for you to go on some type of extreme purge, Virgo. I'm talking extreme. This only has to be for 21 days, a 21-day extreme fast, not like starving for 21 days, but getting rid of sexual pleasures, physical pleasures, getting rid of anything that is not of God, um, that is not holy, that is not divine, because where there is darkness, there can't be light. Okay, where there is filth, there cannot be God. You feel me? Where there is authority and truth, there cannot be confusion and darkness. And it's in either or. And when you play around in the medium area, that's you fighting against this world. You feel me? Fighting to be a part of this world, but not in it, fighting to be a little bit of this, but not fully into this. When you give a part into the gray area, that is when the devil has their play, their foothold. That's when they can thrive. You feel me? But um, spirit is clearing all that up. Spirit is clearing the way in which the enemy has thrived thus far up. But they need you to go on this last 21, 31-day fast, okay, to really get rid of and shed and become anew into the new year, so they can manifest this freedom completely. Okay, once you turn away from the devil, it will flee. But don't think that that devil won't come back to you over and over again. So this is why you need to have periods of extreme fasts, okay, to really separate yourself from these energies and then stand in your authority when they come back around. All right, so there's going to be a lot of focus on your ancestors and guides here. They have you in hangman energy at this time. Yeah, they have you in hangman energy, really showing you this divine contract, this counterpart kidnap energy. Okay, they're showing you what it is and how someone has kidnapped you, stuck something, stuck someone, got something stuck, caused a blockage. Is that blockage energy I was talking about when you mix together the dark and light? Look at the gray energy, okay, and look at how that is mostly white energy. So I feel like there was a depletion of pure natural energy while someone was captured, Virgo. But spirit is coming in with that divine energy that is going to trump over whatever this is, pouring in the help that you need to get you out of some type of dream state here. There's something here about the dreams, okay? Dream state, something about guarding your dreams or guarding your dream state, okay? There's also someone here who is trying to unlock something, and it comes with the fruit, the veggies, the natural holistic medicine I was talking about, the advocate energy. Peaceless and fear and darkness. Wow. Yeah, something here. Okay, so there's something here about guarding your dream state, guarding what you treasure. Okay, so what you talk about, when you philosophize, what you speak over your life, manifest, Virgo, especially when you have divine energy. But somebody has been slowly depleting your divine energy so that you can manifest this escape. The divine is calling bullshit on that. They need you to heighten your vibration as high as you can so they can come in and give you the rest of the energy that you need to do to really get yourself out of some type of dream state energy, some type of stuck energy here. And they're helping you via way of your dreams, idealisms, what you hoping and have inspiration for. Okay, this is what you need to guard by bringing in more holistic, natural, beneficial energy towards you. You don't fight darkness, okay? You just add more light. All right, you don't fight against, or you don't struggle with, and you don't talk about darkness. Okay, you add more light by showing how to escape, showing how you escaped by telling your story. Okay, you add more light into a situation, you do not combat it. Okay, you just stand in your truth, you stand in the light, and the light shall take over the darkness. Here we have the Two of Swords to the fearless energy, and this is giving me that there is some type of battle between dark and light, and when you take in more light, it overthrows the darkness, the fear, the peacelessness, the depression. Yeah, a fight between dark and light. 2030 here, and there's something here that's being put together because you are guarding yourself. All right, you're guarding yourself against hidden forces that you may not know about fully. Okay, but with this death card to expectation, Virgo, you may not know what you're fighting against. You may not know what I'm talking about. All right, you may not fully understand that because you have been guarded from that. And I feel like you don't need to know. All you need to do is alchemize the energy and expect change. And when you do that long enough in a high vibration, Virgo, it will come in for you. And how you do that is to let bygones be bygones. Be okay with what God has given you in this time and in this moment, because He has not forsaken you. You have been all right, even though you have been sent towards black magic, even though shit's been sent towards you, even though they've been hunting you down. You've been all right. 2121. And this is that energy that they need you to be in to manifest this blessing. Okay, but really, people really try to hide this. They really try to put you in a fairy tale so that you would fight the battle instead of allowing the divine to bring yourself in justice. And they wanted you to be grumpy, so you'd be too grumpy to stay on your spiritual path. You'd be too distracted to stay on your spiritual path. They wanted to channel things to get you off path, but you remained on path because you have a divine trail, you have a divine map. Okay, and they're showing you which way to go, and this is causing someone to hyperventilate because we all see the truth. We all see the truth out here, that you are safe, that you have always been safe, and whatever negative thoughts are being sent towards you will never be enough to stop anything. Let me say that again. Whatever negative thoughts that these little peon people are sending towards you will never be enough to stop you from being on your spiritual path, because God loves you. God will never let you forget. He gonna always go and find you where you are and push you back on path because you are loved. Okay, but somebody doesn't understand that, but they're going to wake up to this because you are being called by the wind leads you, that spiritual white light energy leads you, and this is what you need to follow. And this is why it's very important for the last 21 to 31 days of this month, Virgo, of this year, to really come into spiritual agreement. And I know I'm about to get attacked heavy for saying this. Anytime that you speak out a contract, anytime that you speak out that you're being and going to abstain and be in the light and create a routine to get towards and closer to God, the enemy attacks so heavy. They want you to fall, they want you to fail, they want to prove to God that they can take you off that contract. It's that demonic battery pack that powers them up to be even more evil. 2323. So when you state things like this, like I'm going to go on a 21-day fast for the end of the year, who's joining me? We're praying, we're exercising and being of the light for the last 21 days of this year. The enemy comes in and gets angry. They then set traps and things for you to fall into. But if you stay on path and allow spirit to blow in, okay, and hype you up and renew a spirit inside of you, you feel me, to overcome what you are facing, you open that door to get what you need. Okay? And also, once you start that spiritual call, temptation comes in. But you have disconnected from temptation, Virgo. These criminals, Virgo, are being lost in some type of hall of a grace while they watch you get a blessing. But there's only one way to do that. You cannot mix dark and light. You have to disconnect fully from your temptations, your negative energy, the negative thoughts, the darkness. You have to stand completely into the light. Okay? You have to be in completely into the light for you to overcome darkness at this time. And Spirit has been showing you that by teaching you how to be okay and how to have peace in midst of chaos. okay? How to keep your vibration high and accept everything, because you have an inner knowing. And that type of inner knowing, that level of vibration, Virgo, is what the divine can work with in order to manifest your freedom for whatever has you stuck. 25 minutes. Let's get into it. If you're still with me, put a white light energy. Put what's a white light emoji? Hold on, give me a second. I'm just looking on my keyboard. Yeah, put a white heart. Put a white heart if you're still with me. 25 minutes in, 25, 25. All right, if you're still here with me, put a white heart down there. Let's get into the energy. Finish the spiritual message for you, Virgo. Okay, no distractions. No more distractions. Forgive yourself. Oh, that's the other thing. The song that I have is I forgive myself and I release. Okay, Spirit needs you to forgive yourself for um, working in confusion, moving in confusion. Where there is confusion, there should be no action. Okay, that was the number one thing. When you are confused in your days and you don't know what to do, the only thing you should do is pray. Okay, instead of trying to fight against things and take things into your own hands and struggle to be seen, be known, be recognized, allow the Lord to work for you. And you are learning this. See, people only thought that that has to do with retaliation and revenge. No, this energy has to do when you are fighting against an enemy, when people are doing things to you. Okay, this is the position that you need to take. Acceptance in all things. And this is what your intuition could be bugging you about, because your ego can fight with accepting things. For instance, if somebody got you fired for your job, your ego could tell you like, that's not right, that's so fucked up, they don't deserve this, I don't deserve this, how are they going to get away with this, blah 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 blah. And then that puts you in the energy of lowering your vibration, being sad and being mad at the enemy, instead of accepting what happened, staying in a high vibration and calling in a better, more favorable position for yourself. And this is what Spirit had to teach you. And they had to teach you this over and over again until you got less angry, until you got less emotional about things being taken from you, until you got less and less emotionally connected to whatever was going on with you, so that you could take the position that they needed you to take and be in, which is malleable to Spirit, your intuition, in the future, because we never know what's going to happen in the future until the divine shows us. Okay, and Spirit really wanted to show you that they had a way better plan, a way bigger plan, and they needed you to be in the position to get it. All right, I got a whole lot of things to say. I feel like there's like a waterfall energy here. All right, a pouring out. Something's being released. Okay, something's being released here. There's a twin flame energy who thinks that you're stupid enough to stick around, stupid enough to fight them, stupid enough to talk to them, stupid enough to interact with them, stupid enough to believe that they are your twin flame, stupid enough to go along with some type of stupid plan. Somebody really thinks you're stupid, but you're not. You're staying away from them. You've learned your lesson. Okay, and since you learned your lesson, you're about to have a party. All right, whatever party that you are receiving is because you are in the highest vibration. And to be in the highest vibration, you have to learn how to lay there, relax, and be okay and accepting in any circumstances that you find yourself to be in. Okay, the only point of putting you in circumstances at all is to get you to learn the lesson. Okay, accept what's going on and learn how to teach what you have gone through. That's it. Everything else that we put onto things emotionally just adds to the emotional bog down of life, right? But once we disconnect from our emotions and the outcomes to things, and we realize that we can only take away from things what happened and accept everything, then it's way more easier to look at a problem and be like, oh yeah, I lost my job. Oh well, I'm already celebrating the next greater thing that God is bringing in. Love at the highest vibration. And that type of shit, that type of faith, that type of vibration is the thing that Spirit needs you to be in order for you to advance in this lifetime. And this is what somebody was taking from you. They wanted to take away your belief, your trust, your peace of mind. They wanted you to take away your power, okay? And your power was to be at the highest level of love that you can be in and operate in every single second, no matter what situation you find yourself to be in. So somebody kept creating situations in order to compile hatred and anger and frustration in you to take away your power. And it worked for a period of time. And this is what Spirit needs you to release, going back to the song. I forgive myself and I release. You're going to need to forgive yourself for giving away your power, for struggling against the enemy. You're going to need to give away you're going to need to forgive yourself for being foolish, for not believing in the divine. You're going to need to forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made in fighting against the enemy, because the fight was never in your hands. You may have done foolish things thinking that you were fighting against the enemy, but you were just fighting yourself. And the Spirit is bringing this all full circle for you to see the next time you come into a situation, you're going to accept your circumstances and not fight against the outcome or fight against your reality anymore. And this is something that you've always known, but somebody created a scenario in which they took things from you and caused you emotional distress in a way that you forgot who you were. Okay, and now that you have returned to who you are, there's a lot of forgiving and releasing that you need to do. This purge energy that I was picking up on, the 21 to the 30-day fast of purging and releasing everything that has happened this year in order to open up and have capacity and space for the blessings and the abundance that is coming next year. Okay, but somebody really wanted to take that away from you. But I feel like Spirit here hit first. Somebody was hitting you with some shit, but I feel like Spirit hit you first. Okay? And when they hit you, it hit your crown chakra and you started accepting things. And that's when the divine could take over and beat up your enemies. See, you gave power back to the divine, because we are powerless against the principalities of darkness and evil. They got motherfucking governments on it. They got they got the people working with them. You feel me? They got colonies and companies and tech and all kinds of bullshit that you are no match. That you are no match to go against. But when you allow Spirit to hit them, Spirit can hit first. And now the Spirit's hitting these people, they are leaving you alone, because although you were worth a whole lot of money to capture, because touching you and touching your energy is very expensive. Okay? Look at this shit. There's people here who are coming after you. You're the anaconda worth a lot of money that people are going out of their way, up to 3 people, two men, 1 woman, okay, who's gunning for you and your energy, because every single time that they touch you, okay, they get some type of spiritual feeling. This is an energy exchange. They need your energy. And this is what you realized. This is what you realized throughout this whole fight. That is your energy that the devil needs in order to create these traps. In order for you to struggle, they need your energy. In order for you to get trapped up, they needed to take action to step in a trap. One thing that God has taught you this year is they need you. You do not need them. They need your energy. They need your action here. And this is why they were going out of their way to get you, to find you, and to create smear campaigns. So your last resort is to come into contact with some twin flame, is to get back with somebody, is to stay in a little space where they can put a lock on your potential. But the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar here. Okay, and if you would have done that, it would have been too late to fix something. All right, somebody would have kept you in that trap and deliberately weaponized you and kept you bogged down. But karma's here. And I feel like karma's been watching everything. Every breath somebody's been taking, every step somebody's been taking, whatever has been going on. And now it's time to pay. Now it's time for some type of balancing of the scales to happen. But they needed you to be okay and acceptance to everything and every situation that they have put you in. Okay, head nod confirmation, 10-4, get it understood. And you understood it. And they need you to keep it understood, 34 and 34. I need you to keep it understood for this last month of the year and get ready for next year. The dynamic shift. There's a lot of things that are about to play out at this time. What's this love energy? Yeah, not adding it up. It's the twin flame shit's not adding up because that's not your motherfucking twin flame. That's just the devil playing with titles, okay, and playing with the truth and the knowledge of things. We all forget that the devil knows the Bible. The devil knows the Bible too. They can spit at you. They can spit things at you, say the same things that you know to be true at you, but in a twisted way. Okay, so we all know that twin flames are supposed to be lovers, right? They could use those same terminologies to confuse you, okay, to keep you in and mixing with darkness. And this is what you had to learn. Not a title, not a bitch, not a card reading telling you that they were your twin flame could ever confuse you ever again. Fuck you mean. And this is the energy of standing in the light. Once you started standing in the light, it was very easy to see the darkness because that shit came with confusion. And it had to go. Okay? As soon as you accepted reality of what was going on, whether it's a lover, a partner, a family member, a boss, a sister, a friend, whatever this could be that kept you bounded because of love and company and trauma bonds. As soon as you stepped into the light, it all ended. Yeah, you blew the whistle on these phony people, these phony things. Okay, and not a card reading, not a tarot reader. You feel me? Not a fake high priestess could ever convince you that a bitch was ever gonna be your twin flame ever again. I've been preaching it for all last year, and now everybody's gonna start to sound exactly like me, but nobody's gonna give me credit, and it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But anyways, the phony is being blown. Yeah, I told you it was a trauma bond. The whistle is being blown on this trauma bond, on this love, whatever this is. Okay? Because you're hitting the jackpot here with the full house energy. Two twins, two triplets. No, they said twins and three of a kind. Two of a kind and three of a kind. Okay, so there could have been up to 5 people in a house. It's like some type of community living. PA is very overpopulated. It's a, oh my gosh. They're showing me the spiritual body and they're showing me entities bogging up someone's spiritual body. I'm looking at a spiritual house. The vivid illusions of the visions that spirit is about to be able to show you is going to be off the motherfucking chain. There's going to be a great change in your vision. There's going to be no denying what you have seen. I just had a vision of a spiritual full house. Your house is spiritually rich and abundant, Virgo. You have divine order and divine wealth just that has been inherited and given to you in this lifetime. And there's a certain way that you're supposed to be living, but you have to live in accordance in order to receive it. Because when you're mixing with the darkness, you allow your house to be overpopulated by dirty entities that want your power, that drain you, that suck from your sacral chakra energy. And this is how the enemy has been overthrowing you by spiritually depleting you by connecting to your sacral, your root in your crown chakra and your heart chakra via love. This is an infiltration of the whole body, Virgo, of your spiritual body. Some of you could have been energetically fighting with things. You could catch yourself saying no or don't do that. You could catch yourself and your body reacting to spiritual things that are not happening to your physical, and it was cueing you in on the spiritual corruption that was happening on a cellular soul level in your spiritual home. You could have had dreams and visions of people who are not supposed to be in your spiritual home, taking and using your energy. And the divine is asking you to take action in a great purge in order to manifest your freedom. There's only one way to escape from darkness: standing in the light. Whew. 3939. And Spirit had to really show you something in order for you to understand what you're supposed to do in this lifetime. And you're finding it. Yeah, you're finding it. You're finding exactly what they needed you to do to come back alive. I pray you find what you need in this lifetime and to come back alive, Virgo. Your ancestors and your guides, message from the ancestors, your ancestors and guides were praying that you accepted reality, that you see clearly, that you step back into your power, that you find what you need in this lifetime to overcome darkness. They've been praying and urging and sending messages, and now you see it. And now that everybody is awake to everything, it is time for you to really stand in your power, to really take back what's yours, to really clean and sweep house on these hoes. 40-40. Because your ancestors have given you proof and evidence that you are who you say you are. And as soon as you stand in your power, everything that was taken from you will be yours. I'm coming for everything that I ever lost. I'm on a mission. And this is why they after you. Because once you start to get in this energy, Virgo, there's no work here that can stop you from sitting on top. There's nothing that can stop you from sitting on top. But there's a need to flush out the rats. There's a need to flush out your system. There's a need for a detox in order to get it straight from source. So all these plots and plans against you would just be a waste of time. We're circling back around. This is that energy. This is that motherfucking energy, Virgo. Somebody could be from PA, Philadelphia. Okay. Around that area, New York, Maryland, Maine. And I'm also getting like the opposite. California, Utah, Nevada. What's the Magician? I just heard free all my niggas the Harriet way. So yeah, fake news. There's something about a freedom fighter. There's something about a lot more people seeing the way towards freedom and waking up everybody else to go towards freedom. There's a lot of people who are not going to want to escape, Virgo. Fuck them. Leave them behind. They're going to tell you that what you're saying is fake. They're going to gaslight you. Yeah, because they want you to go down with them. They don't want to escape. They don't want you to escape either. They love this mode of existence. They love the darkness. Weekday. What's the Magician? What's the Magician? Kool-Aid Man. Loud and wrong. And daylight come and me want to go home. Premeditated heart intentions. Manifestation, something being loud and wrong. No longer working. Premeditated intentions. Demonic. Battery pack. I pray you find what you need. Yeah. Yeah. There was some magician out here. There was some type of magician out here who was being loud and wrong, who was shattering perception, who was destroying the vision and the connection to the divine that people had by being loud and wrong. And whoever this was doing this in order to get you to work. Okay, the daylight coming, we want to go home, and the upright is someone in slavery. Okay, this is slavery. This is picking bananas for cents on the hour. Okay, this is less than minimum wage here. This is the jobs that nobody wants to do, but they're forced to do for pennies. Okay, somebody wanted you to be in that energy, but the devil is a liar, Virgo. Mm-hmm. 44, 44. The devil is a motherfucking liar here. And because you had premeditated intentions while having to listen to bullshit and decided to not struggle and work for pennies, you were being elevated. Okay? Because they wanted to manifest confusion for you so you work your life away, so that you give away your essence for pennies and dimes, so you stay in partnerships that wasn't worth your time, so you allow people to stand on the same platform with you that didn't earn it, so people could be in your spiritual house and drink from your fruit and take upon your blessings. They wanted you to give away your power for nothing. And because they were loud and wrong and you still didn't give away your power, Virgo, you believed in your heart space that things would change. This is why these people were going so hard. Okay, it drove them to oppress you more. Okay, but the spirit needed you to get to a state. Wow. Wow. Y'all not gonna like this. Spirit needed to get you to a state of paralysis in order to get you to see, in order to get you to understand and to realize what was going on, because you were using all your strength, and the more you gave premeditated energy towards the devil's plan and plot, the more that they could take from you and paralyze you and harm you. So you had to be allowed to get to the point where you couldn't struggle and all you could do was pray. And that's one powerful position. That's the position the spirit wanted you to be in the whole time, Virgo, because we gave away our power. Okay? You gave away your power thinking that you had to struggle against the enemy when God told you that all you had to do was pray. Pray, believe, and accept. It's real simple. But that's hard to grasp and understand when you're in a fight, when you're in a battle. That's really hard to do when negative forces are beating you up and hurting you and being loud and wrong and doing all this twisted shit. It's really hard to keep your eye on what the God is telling you when there's so much war and chaos around. That's exactly how the enemy tricks you out of your power. It makes you put forth life force and drain yourself by fighting against things that you will never win on your own. So spirit had to deplete you. They had to let this happen so that you got into a position of prayer, staying in the light, fasting, abstaining, changing, thriving, so that you could find what you need in order to get what you need. And this is that message from the ancestors. So everything that was taken from you in this paralyzed state will come back to you. And that's on period. But they had to do this in order to manifest it. This is giving me the energy of someone having to go through abuse to pull out talent. Somebody who has experienced poverty to create wealth. Okay? Someone who had to go through a series of things. Yeah. Confirmation. Somebody who had to go through a series of pressure to become a diamond. What's freedom and escape here? Excuse me. What's freedom and escape? We had trick or treat, G. So in this time, Virgo, 50-50, there's still a 50 chance of you being stuck in bondage. There still is a chance for you to be stuck in this trip. But only half will make it. I'm here to tell you only half of you in the sound of my voice will understand this message. And less than half of you will be able to overcome the trick and gain freedom from the devil. But the half of you that is able to do that, this message is for you. You're no longer overlooking yourself and your potential and your talents. You have had confirmation from the divine that you are not dead, that you are not weak, that no evil deity or power has control over you. And although you may have gave away your power and fell down in the past and been blinded to who you were in the past, you can always come back to Christ. You can always come back to self. You can always come back to center. 4949. And how you destroy this demonic pack is to only take light intentions, is to only take action in the light, what the divine tells you to do. And when you do that, Virgo, your players come back around to you. And this was the trick over and over again. This is how they trick you, but that trick is over. They're no longer tricking you, but there still is a chance of you getting away and being entrapped again. But now that you know how to escape any trap, it's only a matter of time till you gain your freedom every single time. And this is going to happen quicker and quicker and quicker for you until the time it comes where you're no longer tricked by the enemy, where you no longer fall into this shit, where you no longer need freedom because no one can ever trick you or trap you ever again. That this is something that you have to learn via way of failing over and over again, via way of being taught, via way of things being stripped from you, via way of being lost in the darkness. This was the only way you were ever going to find the way out. All right. I got a skedaddle. Yeah, I got a motherfucking skedaddle. G. I hope that these messages help you in some type of way. I hope it leads you towards the light and helps you understand every situation that you have gone through better. That is my only job here. For really, if we keep it 1 milli, it's my only job to lead you towards a place of embetterment. So I hope that these messages are cordial and not cordial, cathartic. I hope that these messages are cathartic for you, Virgo. And if they are, please give me a like, comment down below. All right, I really do appreciate it. Yeah, this is the enemy catching you up, and this is you gaining your freedom. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This was like a spiritual fly trap. Okay, and it trapped you because you gave away your own power. But now, Virgo, you've given away your own power long enough to see your escape. And now that you have seen your escape, you can stand in your power and do what you got to do to fight the enemy. All right, because you know the enemy is always coming. All right, you could have taken losses that you had to recover from because of people trying to control you with love. And if you took action towards those love options, it gave away your energy. And this is why you're choosing to hold back from darkness. All right, you're getting messages to hold on, hold back from offers, people, places, and things because you're having sudden realizations from the past. And this is why you got caught up in the first place, and you'll never be caught up again. Even if you fear and have lack in your soul and in your heart, you will look towards the future and go towards bigger and brighter things and only take action towards the divine. Even in low vibrational situations, even in losses, you still will have that mindset the divine will give to you. And anybody who is trying to give you offers to come on in, Virgo, to break your heart in the future will not work because you've already seen the tricks and traps of the devil. You've already learned what to do, what to give, what to be open to. And you are destined and focused on only allowing yourself to give to and go towards things, even though that there are blockages, even though that there are restrictions. You are still working very hard to commit yourself only to the light. And that is why this abundant energy is here, because you came into alignment with God, and this manifests your intuition to take over. And what your intuition told you to do is to play devil's advocate. Don't give a fuck about what you're not receiving, what you're not getting, who's holding back from you, what they stole from you, or whatever happened. Always know that the divine will and always will have control over what you need, and they are working with you in order to balance out every loss and rejection and missed opportunity that may have happened in the past. And this is that type of transformation that stopped some type of stronghold or friendship or enemy or bond with the enemy that you may had, Virgo. And this is why you can confidently walk away from anything, even in worry or doubt. You trust that the divine will get you what you need. Even in confusion, you are no longer going to fight for your happiness, Virgo. You're going to overpour. You're going to add more happiness to the situation. That is the solution. Instead of fighting the trap, instead of fighting the darkness, G, you add more light. Stop fighting. Start praying. Start accepting. Take no action. This is that thing that you have to learn. An archangel was coming into union with you to show you and change your judgment about. And you have changed. And Spirit is celebrating that you are leaving those friends and families that held you back and doing the right thing for yourself and standing and protecting your light and your path, even when you may have been codependent in the past and you may have not seen clearly. You have learned from all mistakes, Virgo. And there is not going to be a situation in which a lack or a need of something will ever get you to compromise with your divine energy ever again. This is you listening to the ancestors and your guides instead of the tricks and traps of the enemy that have laid forth to be put in front of you to bring forth demise and endings towards you. This is what you're succeeding over because you're investing in your intuition and allowing them to help you make choices and make choices and lead you towards choices that will end up in your greater good. This is the energy that I have for you today. If you resonate with anything here, you know what to do. Peace.